Hey guys, what's going on? James here, and today we're going to be talking about why Baker Mayfield was snubbed for the Pro Bowl. This video is sponsored by BetUS Sportsbook and Casino, by the way. So the quarterbacks for the NFC in the Pro Bowl this year are Jared Goff of the Detroit Lions. Okay, makes sense. He's been fantastic this year. Shout out Jared Goff. Sam Darnold of the Minnesota Vikings. Love that story. Love that story. I think that is great. And Jaden Daniels of the Washington Commanders. Now, I want to say this. Jaden Daniels has had a very good year this year for a rookie quarterback. You take a look at his numbers. He has 3,500 passing yards, 25 touchdowns. In terms of rushing, he has actually got 864 rushing yards and 6 rushing touchdowns. That's all well and good, okay? Baker Mayfield should have gotten in over Jaden Daniels, however. Why do I say that? Well, let's take a look at these numbers, okay? Yes, I do want to say, Jaden Daniels far and away has Baker Mayfield beat in terms of rushing statistics, okay? 864 total yards for Jaden Daniels and 6 rushing touchdowns. Baker Mayfield currently is, and Baker's actually ran a little bit this year, but Baker Mayfield is currently at 310 rushing yards and 3 rushing touchdowns. So, 500 something more rushing yards and 3 more rushing touchdowns than Baker Mayfield. Okay. But that's just rushing. What's the difference in passing? Okay. Well, Baker Mayfield currently has 4,279 passing yards to Jaden Daniels 3,500. That's what? 800 something, well, 700 something different, 700 yard passing difference, essentially. And Jaden Daniels has 25 passing touchdowns to Baker Mayfield's 39. That's a 14 passing touchdown difference. The gap of passing between Mayfield and Jaden Daniels, where you give Mayfield the edge, is larger than the rushing gap between Daniels and Mayfield, where you give Daniels the edge. So overall, Mayfield has had the better season whenever you combine absolutely everything than Jaden Daniels. There's no other way to put it. I mean, even in terms of total touchdowns, right? Jaden Daniels is at 31, combining passing and rushing. Baker beats that by just passing touchdowns, for goodness sakes. Then you add 3 of his rushing touchdowns. Baker's at 42 total touchdowns this year, right? He's second in the league in passing touchdowns, third in the league in passing yards right now. And it's not hard to see why this happened. Okay, it's not. But before we talk about that, I do want to say real quick, shout out to the sponsor of this video, BetUS Sportsbook and Casino. If you guys use the promo code YouTube150, get a 150% sign-up bonus on your first deposit, 125% bonus on your next 2 deposits. All of that is up to $2,000. Again, thank you so much to BetUS Sportsbook and Casino for being the proud sponsor of this channel. Back to what I was saying, folks. It's not hard to see why this has happened, okay? It's not. Be it whoever votes in the Pro Bowl, and I believe it's a combination of fans, coaches, players, maybe media's thrown in there. I don't know what it is, but I don't know all of it. But it's a narrative thing, right? Jaden Daniels is the young, new, hotshot rookie that has come in and taken the NFL by storm, right? And that's always a fun narrative for people to latch onto. Even subconsciously, people latch onto it, right? And people are going to say, well, hey, again, he's the flashy new guy. He's got to get these and it builds, right? It builds. Narrative should not be above stats, objective stats, okay? Because yes, you can say Jaden Daniels has had a great season as a rookie. He's going to win Offensive Rookie of the Year. That's great. There's no question about that, okay? He deserves that award. But that's comparing him against other rookies. Yes, of course he's better than Caleb Williams and some of the other rookies that are out there right now. Heck, even Bucky Irving, technically. I get it. We love Bucky Irving. But Jaden Daniels going up against him, yeah, it makes sense, right? But then whenever you start saying, okay, the top 3 quarterbacks in the NFC, because that's what the Pro Bowl is basically saying. It's saying that these are the top 3 quarterbacks in the NFC. There's multiple NFC quarterbacks that have put up better stats than Jaden Daniels right now. Brock Purdy, well, okay, maybe not Brock Purdy, but Stafford has put up comparable, if not better, stats. Kyler Murray has put up comparable in stats in some way, shape, or form. Geno Smith has had a few more passing yards and things along those lines. Like, I don't think Jaden Daniels, maybe those are some bad examples. I don't know. But point being is that Baker Mayfield has played like a top 3 quarterback minimum in the NFC this year. Jaden Daniels has not, in my opinion. If you want to extend this conversation to maybe say top 5, maybe top 7 in the NFC, I 100% get that. I do. Maybe Daniels could be at 4 or 5. He has not had a better season than Baker Mayfield. I do not believe that. I don't think you should believe that either, in my opinion. I feel like Baker earned the Pro Bowl this year. He's an alternate, but honestly, this is arguably the biggest Pro Bowl snub this year. I really, and maybe some people say, James, come on, that's biased. I don't think so, man. This Baker, again, is literally top 5, if not top 2, in the important quarterback stats of passing yards, passing touchdowns. Right now, he does have a lot of interceptions. Maybe that's something that swayed people from putting Baker in that position over Jaden Daniels. But again, the positives in the trajectories and the seasons of comparing Mayfield, whenever you look at the entire package of Mayfield versus Daniels, it's an easy answer. But I think that in this scenario, narrative clearly beat stats. And that's unfortunate in my opinion, because Baker really should be in the Pro Bowl. I hope he gets there, because it was, if you want to talk about a narrative, how about Jared Goff, Baker Mayfield, and Sam freaking Darnold all being in the Pro Bowl together? 3 guys who 2 years ago were all on the cusp of potentially being backups for the remainder of their careers. All 3 of them have revived their careers like nobody's business, and now are 3 of the top quarterbacks in the entire NFC. That is a good story, but young hotshot rookie Jaden Daniels wins out. It's tough, man. It's tough. And really, like, that's really the only snub I have a big thing with. I know some people are going to say, what about Bucky Irving? Honestly, Saquon Barkley got in, Josh Jacobs got in, and I'm trying to remember who the last NFC running back was. It was Jahmyr Gibbs. That's fine. Honestly, those guys have all 3 had better seasons than Bucky Irving. Bucky's had a good season, don't get me wrong, but, like, it's fine. That one's not that big a deal. Tristan Wirfs got in. I think that that's good. Honestly, like, you could have maybe said another O-lineman from the Bucs could have gotten in, but it is what it is. I mean, it's fine. Like, maybe if Gedeke played the whole year, maybe he would have gotten in, but it's honestly not that big a deal to me. Vita Vea got in defensively. Maybe you could have made an argument for Kalijah Kancey, but, like, there's only so many spots on the defensive side of the ball. Really, this is the only and the biggest snub, not just for the Bucs, but for the entire NFL. Baker should have gotten in. He was snubbed, and it's unfortunate, man. It's unfortunate. And this isn't like a teardown of Jaden Daniels. Again, great season. Not comparable to Baker Mayfield's season, in my opinion, whenever you look at the entire makeup and the entire stats of what we are looking at here. Again, combine all those rushing yards, combine all those touchdowns, even rushing and passing. Baker still has a better year in terms of total yards and in terms of total touchdowns. It's a little bit closer in terms of yards, not even close in terms of touchdowns. And that's what matters, man. You got to score points. What do you guys think? Let me know your thoughts and opinions about this down in the comments section below. I'd love to hear it. Guys, thanks so much for watching this video. One more shout out to BetUS for sponsoring this video. But guys, as always, I'll see you all in the next video or the next live stream. But until then, and as always, goodbye for now, and go Bucs.